Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the North Carolina Dynasty, where today we are going to play Clemson, our nemesis, yet again. We've played them 5 times so far, and today is the 6th contest of the series. So far, they have had the better of us usually, but we are gonna try our best. We're both ranked top 3 in the country, so this is gonna be fun matchup, hopefully. And yeah, Clemson, they lost a lot of the top of the roster last year, or last offseason, to the NFL and graduation generally. So they did lose quite a few key contributors, but they still have a strong roster, ranked 90 overall. They lost Christopher Vezina. Their new quarterback is Dorian Townsell out of Pelham, Alabama. Former 4-star with 91 throw power. His accuracies are decent, but could get a little bit better. The most important thing about him is actually the platinum field general ability, because it gives him an idea of who is blitzing on each play. Then they are going to be missing their top running back in Jackson Foster. We have faced him quite a few times, but he's out with a torn bicep, so no Jackson Foster. That's going to leave them with John Cobbs. Another receiving back, 5'10", 207 out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Is a former 4-star receiving back with not great route running at all, but very good hands. Overall, this dude could play receiver with these catching ratings. Decent elusiveness. Power is not really there. Stiff arm and trucking pretty low. 90 speed is decent, but just a decent running back. Nothing to be scared about. They lost their top 4 receivers last year. So up next is Ben Smoot, 6'1", 177. Smoot has very good elusiveness. Has very good route runnings. All the route runnings in the 90s, all the catching ratings in the 80s, so a little bit on the lower side, but very good receiver. Ben Smoot, gotta watch out for him. 89 is his number. And then the number 2 receiver is now Devin Crumpler, 5'11", 186 out of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Crumpler is a former 4-star with very good route running ability. He has very good hands as well, even better hands, honestly. Very good elusiveness and even more speed. So Crumpler, gotta watch out for him too. 94 speed for him. Watch out for number 83. And then they've also got Carlos or Gillespie, 6'4", 180. Very slim but very tall receiver. Very good release, solid route runnings. His catching ratings need a little work, but other than that, he's a really good receiver, and 93 speed really good as well. Or Gillespie, where's number 4. So this receiving unit is really good. They lost their good tight end. They lost a couple starting offensive linemen, but the rest of the line, it still looks pretty solid. That right guard spot might be a little bit of weakness, but overall, most players in the 80s for overall. The top edge rusher on this team is Darian Mayo, 6'7", 250. Very lengthy edge rusher, 4-star recruit. He has no caps, 85 finesse moves, 88 power moves. Man, you gotta be scared of this kid, man. This dude is special. He almost reminds me of Molly Hamrick, 83 block shedding even, and then 94 XL, 88 speed, along with platinum quick jump ability. He's gonna be really dangerous. Now they lost a couple of their good defensive linemen, but this defensive tackle is also no joke. TJ Winkler, 95 block shedding, 90 strength, really good against the run, but then he still also has 82 power moves and 82 finesse moves. Winkler looks like a really good defensive tackle here in the middle. And then one of their better linebackers is Richie Lujan, 6'3", 232 out of Santa Maria, California. Lujan is actually a former 3-star who has developed into a borderline NFL caliber player. Not the best run stopper ever, but pretty solid. 99 play rec is crazy. 82 power moves, so he can actually rush the passer on blitzes. He has 90 zone coverage, really good. 80 speed's not too fast though. And then on the other side, they've got Maurice Hepburn, just like we've got Jason Hepburn, his linebacker cousin, I guess. Hepburn is a very good pass rusher, first of all. 88 power moves, really good. But he's got some power, he can stop the run. The only thing he is missing, honestly, is the pass coverage ability. 78 zone is not bad, though. Really good athlete as well. So Maurice Hepburn, gotta watch out for that kid. And then the top corner, I mean, they lost a couple players there as well, but Corian Gibson still looks like a really good number one out there. Corian Gibson has 91 zone coverage, 89 catching. The man and press are absolutely awful, but since you're running like zone almost all of the time anyway, doesn't really matter. And he's got the makeup speed if they ever run zone anyway, so really good corner, Corian Gibson. And then at safety, they've got Joe Wilkinson, 6'1", 180 out of Rome, Georgia. Wilkinson has very good block shedding ability for a safety. This would even be crazy good for a defensive lineman, let alone a safety. 77 zone coverage, not too high, but his run stopping ability is crazy, and he's got 93 speed. They should put him at linebacker, honestly. And then Ricardo Jones, we have faced him a few times already. 6'2", 190 out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Jones has very good coverage ability, very good down the field safety with 98 catching. The only thing missing on him is basically the Platinum House Call ability, but he still has silver, so that's pretty good. The run support needs some work, man coverage needs some work, 90 speed is very solid. Now we have faced them 5 times so far, and actually we're 2-3 against them, but we lost 3 pretty critical games in like seasons 2, 3, and 4 as well. In season 1 we won against them, and then last year we actually won the last matchup against them. It was for the ACC championship game, so very important game for us to win, and we managed to get it done. But this is a new game, and this is also gonna be an away game at Clemson, Death Valley, South Carolina. We'll see how it goes, but this is the first big test for Nick Shabazz, honestly. Here a conference matchup, and he takes the field first with Brian Malik in the backfield, and they're gonna go pass for the first time today, 3rd and 11, and it's gonna be completed, 28 yards to his tight end Deontay Slay. So that's a conversion, and now for 2nd and 10, Malik's still the back, but they're gonna go pass again, and Jordan Shipp, he's got the first down and some more yardage after that. 16 yards on the play for Jordan Shipp. 1st and 10, Costanzo checks in, Slay in motion, and Costanzo is going to run it up the gut and fall ahead against the safety, but didn't break the tackle there. A little bit disappointing. 9-yard run though. And now we've got 2 backs in the backfield. Costanzo is going to be motioned out, and it's an RPO to Costanzo. He cuts it back. Great blocks by Marquise Brooks, and a first down for Kyle Costanzo. Very good play. 3rd and goal. They're going to motion out Costanzo, and they're going to throw it here. And Shabazz has nobody to throw to, and he goes down. He does get the ball away at the last second, but it didn't matter. And the field goal try is from 21 yards out, and it's no good. No points for UNC. Milne misses the field goal. It's still tied at 0, and Clemson gets the ball at their own 20. For a first down here, and down goes the quarterback, Steven Slate, on the nickel blitz. He is in the backfield, and he has been really efficient at that for a couple years now. Steven Slate, really solid slot corner, and that's a 7-yard loss. They do not recover from that, so they punt the ball, and we start with great field position. 3rd and 1, and we've got somebody behind the defense. It's gonna be Buck Stoner for a 47-yarder. And UNC is now lined up at the 2-yard line. They're going to motion in Jordan Shipp, hand it off to Costanzo, touchdown UNC, and finally we've got the lead. UNC up 7-0 here over Clemson early in this game. Actually late in this game, to be honest. So this is the end of the first quarter already, and this is the first score of the day. But the last couple games against Clemson also have been like defensive slugfests anyway, so a touchdown is really worth a lot here. And they're going to start off with a 9-yard run for John Cobbs. And now they're gonna pass, and in the flats they've got a wide open man. It's a 9-yard gain to their number 4 receiver, Braylon Staley. They're gonna run it outside now with Cobbs, and he's got another great run, about 10 yards on the play. Now 3rd and 7 from around midfield. They're gonna drop back to pass, and down goes the quarterback again. It's Anthony Dingle in the backfield. And yeah, should not have tried to run here. Clemson is gonna have to punt it away again, and this is no points for the Tigers. Tar Heels now back on the field with their offense, and Marquise Brooks with a 9-yard gain on 1st down. Make this a very easy 2nd and 1. Costanzo is the back, and we're gonna run it up the gut, and almost breaks a tackle here. Should have cut it outside though. There was a little bit more space out there. Kyle Costanzo lines up in the backfield, Slay in motion, and this is actually play action for Shabazz, and over the middle, this is Marquise Brooks again for a 26-yarder. Great call on the play action. 3rd and 3, handed off to Malik. He's got some space and runs it down inside the 5, and now it's goal to go from the 4. 2nd and goal now. And they're going to hand it off to Costanzo. Counter, and it's a touchdown. Costanzo's got his 2nd one today. And the Tigers are down by 2 scores already. And if the past games have been any indication, actually, if the last game has been any indication, this is already a win for us, because Clemson was able to only put 3 points on the board last time. So they've got some pressure here, and go back on offense with a pass, and wide open behind the defense. That is gonna be a huge completion. This is a 61-yarder for the Clemson Tigers here. 3rd and 4 now at the edge of the red zone, and stepping up into the pressure, but he did get it away. It's dropped though, so 4th down, and they've got to take the field goal here. And just like that, we have the score from the last matchup, 14-3. Recreated, but we're at the 2-minute warning now. Let's see if this UNC offense can put some more points on the board as Stoner drops a pass wide open, man. 3rd and 7, and that's a 3-and-out for UNC. So Clemson goes back on offense, and they've got the wide open receiver at the sticks right there. Crumpler gets 8. 3rd and 2 coming up. And on the outside, it's broken up. What a play. Cassidy Breida with great coverage, knocking it loose. And the ball goes back to us. So about 80 seconds on the clock here, and we can do some damage with that, as Malik just juked out the safety, ran into his own receiver though. But still a nice gain. And now 3rd and 10, 58 seconds on the clock. Let's set up the screen, and Malik is going to run it up the numbers. It's a 6-yard gain into positive territory. 4th and 4, we're just gonna keep the clock ticking down and now go for it. And that was a bad pass, and yeah, turnover on downs. 15 seconds for Clemson, almost at midfield. I mean, you can do a little bit with that, but not if you get sacked. This is Anthony Dingle in the backfield again, and Clemson now with a tough 3rd and 12, 5 seconds left. And they're just going to heave one down the field. And this is going to be an interception. It's Jaden Patterson again. Dude has been lights out this year. The deep coverage from Jaden Patterson has been crazy good. And Clemson, well, I mean, 14-3 at halftime. That's not something you can be very happy about. On the other hand, you could also be down even further if we consider that first field goal. But Patterson with a beautiful interception at the end there. 99 speed, showing off. He just got more depth than the receiver, and was able to be over the top. And yeah, so far a pretty good game from North Carolina, which so far in this rivalry we have not been like seeing that this much. Now Clemson has the ball first on offense, and down they go. It's another sack. It's Zach Moma here, trying to set up the slip screen. Did not work out at all. And that's going to be a 4th and 20. So great field position after the punt. And 2nd and 3, we're going to have a play action shot again. And it works out really well this time as well, as Jordan Shipp gets a first down out of it. First and 10, and they're going to hand it off to Costanzo, running over the safety and getting 13 yards on the play. Very nice run for Costanzo. We have not been able to get the run going much this time at all, but at least the pass has been working. Marquise Brooks down to the 2-yard line, as Brooks has been catching everything today. Second and goal, and we've got Brian Malik in the backfield. We're going to hand it off to Malik into the end zone. It's a touchdown again, and it's 21-3, as the run has not been able to get going today much at all. We have been struggling, but as soon as we get inside the 5, we're just handing it off. 3 rushing touchdowns, and it's 21-3, so Clemson really has got to get it going here, and throwing it away to the sideline on first down is Dorian Townsville. Second and 10 after the punt is gonna be a run, and Costanzo just not much to go here. 4 yards on the play, and that is actually going to put him over 5,000 career rushing yards in 4 seasons, 3.5 seasons, not even. 3 and a quarter seasons, and he has 5,000 rushing yards. As Costanzo gets a slip screen here, and that's a nice first down. 8 yards on the play, very nice. And the offense just keeps moving. We're now in the 4th quarter, and we're gonna hand it off to Brian Malik this time. It's another 8-yard gain. Malik has another first down, and this is field goal range now already. Shabazz stands tall in the pocket for a long time, gets it away. Brooks, wide open, tries to juke the safety, doesn't matter, it's a touchdown anyway. Marquise Brooks is in the end zone, and this is now a 28-3 lead, 9 minutes away from the end of the game. Clemson being dominated, utterly dominated at that. Not a great showing for the Tigers, as Shabazz had an hour to throw on that play. Great protection, and Marquise Brooks takes it all the way. Second and 5 for Townsville, and he's gonna get it away, and he's gonna get intercepted, and it's Steven Slate, a second interception today for this UNC defense. Slate, he looks awesome. This is a great career for him already. He's been a starter for a couple years now, and he's looking absolutely incredible, doing all the work from the slot, and I mean, he just had the better coverage on that play, man. 3rd and 6, and Shabazz is gonna lay one up, and that's a touchdown. Buck Stoner into the end zone. I mean, that was just too easy. They messed up the switch, the cornerback switch, and Buck Stoner runs into the end zone, basically uncovered. Touchdown in UNC. It's 35-3. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit here, as Shabazz is gonna lay another one up for Buck Stoner down the numbers, and he is gonna go all the way again. 86 yards to the house, as Buck Stoner absolutely demolishing the secondary here in the second half, and it's now 42-3, and that is your that's actually not your final. We did get a touch. They did get a touchdown at the end there, as we got some backups in there for the last drive. But what a day for this UNC offense. Nick Shabazz, yeah, he wins player of the game. Well deserved. Almost 400 passing yards, almost 70% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Basically a perfect day for Nick Shabazz, the former #1 overall recruit from his recruiting class. And then for the run, I mean, we really didn't get it going that well today. It was just very awful to run against this front. They do have a good run defense still. That was also the issue in the few games we lost to them. But they also didn't get the run going today. Maybe Jackson Foster really is missing on this team. Braylon Staley, the #4 receiver, actually outscored all of them. And then Tavon Dubose, man, that was a pretty dumb play. Ben Smoot, the #1 receiver, actually got 65 yards out of the affair. So we were struggling a little bit to keep him covered, but overall a dominant showing. Buck Stoner, 175 and 2 touchdowns. Also 3 drops, however. He was not playing well in the first half, but in the second half he got it going. And then Marquise Brooks, 74 yards and a touchdown. We got Jordan Shipp for 48. Deontay Slay had a couple important catches. Costanzo, 4 catches for 32 yards. You love to see it, spreading the ball around to everybody. And then Jaden Patterson flying all over the field. We've got Anthony Dingle with 2 sacks. Connor Stockey got in there. Zach Moma, our 3 most important defensive linemen, all got sacks today. And then the slot blitz from Steven Slate. And then we also got the 2 interceptions. Jaden Patterson just before half, and then Steven Slate in the second half. Great game for the defense as well, keeping them to essentially 3 points. I mean, last touchdown was against backups here. But yeah, great game for UNC, and this is how you have to start into conference play, as we have Anthony Dingle win ACC Defensive Player of the Week. Great performance by him, shedding the blocks in the right moments, and also gonna win him National Defensive Player of the Week. Very well deserved. And then we're gonna get to recruiting, as we have a very tough battle here against Georgia, and we are gonna have to win this next game for Jose Square to actually join us. I think if we lose this game, Square is probably gonna join Georgia. I think he's gonna make his decision this week. We gotta win here. Gold field general ability, 93 throw power, 87 short, and 83 medium accuracy. He's the best quarterback in the country in this class, and we want him here at Chapel Hill. And then Wade Sharp, he's a receiver. We want him, and this is going to be giving a bonus to the Jose Square visit because he's the receiver. So we've got the complimentary bonus. Sharp is just a regular 4-star receiver, nothing special to talk about. And then we've got a tackle, which gives Jose Square another complimentary visit bonus. Kane Denton, a pass protector out of New Jersey, a 5-star recruit. His only weakness is the weakness. He only has 83 strength. But he already has a bunch of abilities. He's got great pass blocking ability right off the bat. And then we've got Paul Robert, an interior offensive lineman, and that is gonna also give Jose Square yet another complimentary visit bonus. He looks great as well. 92 strength. Is gonna look pretty strong at either center or guard. Very solid player. Great abilities already. And yeah, those are the visits we're gonna have for this next game. And this is a very important game, not because of Jose Square, but also because this is a rivalry game. East Carolina is a rival for North Carolina, and they have some solid players at the top of the roster, but easily we are the favorites in this game. Max Fritz has a ruptured disc, so they're gonna miss their top quarterback, a junior. Not gonna see Fritz this year. We saw him last year, but this year we're actually gonna see Norman Dog take the field, a 73 overall. I don't think that's gonna end that well. Dog is a 3-star field general archetype quarterback with 89 short and some good medium accuracy as well, but doesn't have much of a strong arm and is not even remotely fast. 71 speed is slower than some offensive linemen, honestly. And then they've got Caleb Redman as the top running back. Whereas number 28, Redman is an elusive back, a former 3-star, 6'1", 202. Redman has very good juke and spin move. He's got some decent, very good route running actually. Some decent hands, not much power, 92 speeds. Actually a very solid running back. The top receiver on this team is Ben McLeod, wears number 18. McLeod is 6'3", 185, out of Raleigh, North Carolina. A deep threat with very good deep route running, but the rest of the route running is very, very meek. Not great hands. He's not even that fast. I'm not really scared of this dude at all. 92 speed. I mean, we should be able to keep up with that with our secondary man. And then Jairon Waiters, 5'11", 179, is the number 2 receiver. Whereas number 81, Waiters, just a decent route runner, but at least he has really good hands compared to his counterpart. Waiters, really solid receiver, and has a little bit more speed, even though it's not that much. So nothing really scary on this team. And then for the offensive line, I mean, it is a decent line, but they do have a couple of weaknesses, and they're going to be missing their 84 overall center due to injury. They might put some backups there. instead of that 56 overall center. I doubt they'll play a 56 overall center, but this is not the strongest offensive line. I expect a bunch of sack production for our defensive line here from this game. Shike Thompson is the top edge rusher on their side, and 85 finesse moves, 79 power moves, 68 block shedding is not great, but at least he's a solid athlete and definitely a solid pass rusher. Daniel Dunham, 6'2", 293 out of Tampa, Florida, is the top defensive tackle. And he is a really solid run stopper with good strength. He's just not much of a pass rusher. I mean, he does have 82 finesse moves. That is not horrible. He's also very slow. So I don't know how he's going to be a good speed rusher if he is like 68 speed, man. But doesn't matter to me. That defensive line has some holes in it for sure. Chad Claiborne, best player on the team. Very good run stopper. They've got a really good run stopper in the middle of this defense. Claiborne, he's also got some power to his game. He can rush the passer a little bit. He's got some solid coverage ability, and by solid I mean pretty good. And he has 86 acceleration, 89 speed. Crazy good athlete, elite run stopper. He's everything you want. He's an NFL linebacker. And then they've also got Bruce Krause. Krause is almost as good a linebacker as his counterpart there. Honestly, no weakness here except the coverage. That doesn't look great. 74 zone. I mean, it is okay. It's not horrible at least, but Claiborne definitely the better linebacker. But this linebacker duo really has like they can play, dude, for sure. And then the top corner on this team is Timmy OK. And OK is an okay corner with 50 zone coverage. I don't know how that's working, but he's an okay man corner, I guess, with elite athleticism, and that's it. He can't do anything else. And yeah, so far we have played him twice, and we have won twice. So I expect another win. This is a home game. We are heavily favorited. This needs to be a blowout, and I hope we can do it for our recruiting class especially. Because I want that 5-star quarterback. I mean, there is another 5-star that we're also pursuing, Lane Dorsett. He's just not quite the same player. A little bit, yeah, he's still a 5-star quarterback. He would still be a good quarterback to get, but I want Jose Square, and we need to win this game, and the higher we win this game, the better. And we're going to start off with Kyle Costanzo, and he's redirecting, breaking one tackle, gets 9 yards out of the play, and this is already a good start. And by the way, after that Clemson, when we got promoted to #1 ranked in the country as Brian Malik. Gonna get a nice play out of this run, 9 yards on the ground, and Jordan Shipp already injured. So we're gonna see some more Clyde Upshot today, the #4 receiver from the slot, and we're gonna have a one-on-one down the field, and it is broken up for Marquise Brooks as the corner got over there in the last second. So we are actually going to have to punt this one, and bad field position for ECU, but they get the ball away anyway against pressure. It's a 9-yard gain. That was pretty ridiculous as Ben McLeod makes the catch there. And now they have 2 tight ends and a fullback on the field, and they are going to have a play action shot, and he's going to throw it away at the last second. 4th and 1. This is going to be a punt. And we start with pretty good field position here after the punt return from Clyde Upshaw. 2nd and 4, get it away. This one is Marquise Brooks, and that's 10 yards on the play. These crossing routes have really been working today for Marquise Brooks. 1st and 10, hand it off to Malik, and he's going to redirect and hurdle over somebody on the ground, getting 10 yards out of the play. And Jordan Shipp is hurt again. He just came back, and this is not a great look. So in at left slot here, this is Clyde Upshaw, and he's getting the first reception instantly. And that's going to be a 10-yard gain for Clyde Upshaw. And now we have Nick Shabazz on the ground. Our starting quarterback is going to be out of the game for a snap. So Rayshawn Foucha is now in the game, and he's got to throw a touchdown. It's Clyde Upshaw in the end zone. From backup to backup, we've got the score. And UNC is up by 7. What a route by Clyde Upshaw. Beautifully done. And Rayshawn Fusha, he comes into the game. He has to deliver on one throw, and he makes it. Nice start to the game here. 7-0 for the Tar Heels. And, I mean, look at the zip on this ball, man. It was flying out of his hand. And beautifully route run there by Clyde Upshaw. And they're going to give a delayed give here to their lead running back, Caleb Redmond. And now he seems to be injured. So a lot of players already leaving the game here in the first quarter. That's not a good look. Dog standing tall in the pocket, 4-man pressure, and he does get it away to his lead receiver, Ben McLeod again. He's got 10 on the play, and that is a conversion. 1st and 10 now, almost at midfield, and Dog has a play action. He's gonna stand tall in the pocket, and time runs out on him. He does not throw it away. It's Connor Stockey with the coverage sack, cleaning up here, as East Carolina is going to go back 13 yards, and they have to punt it away because that one would not hold. 1st and 10, and we're going to throw an RPO to the outside. Marquise Brooks, it's a 9-yard gain. And nice start to this possession, as Shabazz is now back in the game, by the way, and he just crossed 1,000 passing yards this season. We're in the 5th game, so I think this is pretty appropriate. 1st and 10, and we're gonna hand it off to Costanzo up the middle, 8 yards on the play. He has already been shaken up as well. This is not a great look for injuries this game, as we're gonna motion out Brian Malik. We're gonna throw it to him ultimately, and he's gonna accelerate away from the defensive lineman, and he's got the 1st down. 15 yards on the play, and now Kyle Costanzo is the lone back this play. 2nd and goal. We're actually gonna throw it, and it's intercepted. Oh no! Oh, we threw it to Timmy. Okay, it's a interception for East Carolina, and they take over here. And what happened on that play, by the way, was there was a slant to be run by Jimmy Toledo, a backup, and he just ran it badly. He did not cut in before the corner. He cut in after the corner, and gave the corner the good leverage, which in turn gave him a chance at the interception. And then we have a great run here by Caleb Redmond for almost 20 yards. 1st and 10, and they're going to throw it to the numbers. That's a 9-yard gain. And Norman Dog so far pretty efficient, 8 of 12 for 69 yards. 3rd and 1, and they're going to throw a screen, and that's not going to be any good. Steven Slate again in the backfield. This dude is a machine. This time he gets a TFL. All these impact plays by Slate are ridiculous. And if Kyle Costanzo had broken that one tackle by Alani Day, he would have been gone there. But he does not, so it's just an 8-yard run instead of a touchdown. Shabazz is going to throw it on the out route, and Deontay Slay wide open gets the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 31. Shabazz stands tall in the pocket, sets his feet a couple times, and now he fumbles it. East Carolina falls on the ball, and this is within 2 minutes. So the ball is going to go to Norman Dog with 37 seconds on the clock. Gotta go get the touchdown here. 3rd and goal, and they do not get it. Shy by 2 yards, and East Carolina is not going to get the touchdown, so damage control here by the UNC defense. We are not even allowing the field goal, actually, because they missed it. So wide right, these chip shot field goals sometimes just don't work here in CFB26 and 25. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Still a 7-0 lead at halftime, and let's hope we can keep it. But ECU is going to get the ball first, and I mean, that's an 8-yard pickup for Caleb Redmond already. 3rd and 9, and now they're going to put in a backup there at running back and try to set up the sub screen, but Dog is going to go down. Ball falls incomplete, so that's a punt, and the ball goes back to Nick Shabazz. He's got a one-on-one down the field, and this is Marquise Brooks for the touchdown. 65-yard score. Oh my, that's bad news. It's 14-0 now, so multiple or double-digit lead now for North Carolina. Norman Dog really has got to get down the field, but this is a huge loss. That play was destined to fail from the get-go, and they're not going to recover from it either. It's a 3-and-out, and we get the ball back. One-on-one, Buck Stoner down the field. It's intercepted, and again, it's Timmy OK. What on earth is happening, man? Dude has 2 interceptions already. Unbelievable stuff. His 50 zone coverage really shows up in these games, apparently. So we give the ball right back to East Carolina. I mean, that's bad design. And that should have been intercepted right back. Cassidy Breida decides not to catch it. Instead, we're going to see a punt by East Carolina. And Clyde Upshaw awaits the ball deep. Our punt returner, he's going to turn it to the right. And there is some room out there. He's going to juke out one man and get it back to the 27. So we're already starting this possession in field goal range. And Nick Shabazz, oh my, nowhere to go for Brian Malik on that play. It's Tui Pelotu in the backfield. 3rd and 6, and we're going to motion Jordan Ship, who's now finally back. Shabazz gets it away to Buck Stoner, and he's got the first down. 12 yards on the play. And now 1st and goal from the 1. Nick Shabazz hands it off to Costanzo. It's a touchdown, and UNC is now finally up by 3 scores. To give us that big blowout bonus on the recruiting battles. And I hope we can keep this 3-score lead, 21-0 here at the end of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 14 for Norman Dog, and Dog just waiting way too long, and then at the end he's gonna throw it away out of bounds, and gonna give us the ball back here in pretty good field position. Shabazz is gonna motion in Jordan Ship. Motion him out again, and that's gonna be a very nice play for Ship, who's gonna juke out one corner. Gonna get the first down as well. 1st and 10. Malik is gonna get the handoff, and he turns the corner on the outside zone, jukes out the safety, reaccelerates down to the 10. Man, this dude is so explosive, and he has been getting the majority of carries today because Costanzo has been in and out with his injury. But he's going to get the ball and nowhere to go. 4th and goal. And we're actually going to keep the offense on the field. No point in scoring a field goal. Let's just run it up the gut. And Kyle Costanzo's not going to get it. They are going to have the ball back. 3rd and 2 from the 9 now after they got 8 yards on 2nd down. And they're going to throw it away actually. So 4th and 2. We get the ball back in positive territory already, and look at this by Buck Stoner. He's behind the defense again. It's another touchdown, and UNC's now up by 4 scores. Oh my, you should have seen that press release by Buck Stoner. Absolutely beautiful, just beating his corner off the line. Just beautifully done. And with that, we're just gonna skip ahead to the end of the game. We won this game fair and square, even though it was a real challenge. Threw 2 interceptions to Timmy OK. For some reason, that dude really has a dog in him, as does not their quarterback. Marquise Brooks, a $159 and a touchdown. Very solid game by Brooks here. We hit Buck Stoner for a deep touchdown as well. Shabazz, solid day. I mean, the 2 interceptions. It was 50-50 balls. It's okay. I mean, I can live with it. Sometimes you just gotta send it, and today we just got unlucky on the 50-50 balls. But yeah, the run for them, I mean, they should have kept with it because Caleb Redmond actually got it going pretty well. Their other running back was not gonna get it at all. He has -2 yards on the day. It's a pretty horrible day for the backup Chacon here. But for us, the day on the ground, it was solid, as Brian Malik actually outrushed his counterpart, but Costanzo got 2 touchdowns out of it. We got $159 for Marquise Brooks. We got 1 deep touchdown for Buck Stoner. We got Clyde Upshaw with a touchdown. I mean, that's very nice to see. He came into the game and immediately scored a touchdown. We had Jordan Ship for 16. Deontay Slay had a couple catches again. So spreading the ball all around the offense. I mean, that's awesome to see. And then Ben McLeod, yeah, we could not stop this dude, man. Actually, we did stop him pretty well until one of the last plays of the game. He scored a deep touchdown on us to break up the shutout. But doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, as they did get 2 sacks with their top edge rusher, Shaik Thompson. I told you this dude is good. 2 interceptions for Timmy OK. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. 3 turnovers for the UNC offense today. I think we won this game mainly because our defense was shutting them out for most of the game. That defense was pretty ridiculous, as we had Larry Butt flying all over the field. 13 tackles. We've got 2 sacks for Connor Stockey, 4 TFLs for Stockey and for Larry Butts as well. No interceptions, no forced fumbles. We lose the turnover battle by 3 and we still win the game by 4 touchdowns. Yeah, not the best game from us, but this is just the quality of the roster. We made a few mistakes today, and it doesn't matter because we're just by the better roster by so much. But I wonder how this game would have turned out if we played this game against Clemson, because I don't think they would have let us gone away with a 4 touchdown win. Jose Square is gonna commit to UNC, so it was worth it in the end. We get the quarterback. Square, looking at this game, is like, I can do this even better. Throw no picks. And then we've got Wade Sharp, the 4-star wide receiver. He also commits. He was like, oh man, Marquise Brooks, I want to work with him. And then Kane Denton, the right tackle, is going to commit as well. Montvale, New Jersey is his hometown. And then Paul Robert, the center from Utah, is also going to commit. So we get all the 4 commits that visited. And then we get some more. Terrence Avery out of Rockwood, Michigan. That was a tough recruiting battle. We've got Jose Brooks out of Georgia. We get him committed. Defensive tackle. So the defensive line looks really solid already. We get the 5-star corner, and that was a very tough battle as well. James Fiedler. I think this battle was against Georgia, if I remember correctly. We had a few battles against Georgia this year. That was really tough. Jose Square, 6'5", 217 scrambler quarterback with 93 throw power, 87 short accuracy, 83 medium accuracy, 86 speed, 91 excel, and gold field general ability. So this is the only thing that could be better if the field general was platinum, but this is basically the perfect quarterback prospect in my eyes. Huge dude with 86 speed and a great arm, great accuracies all across the board. I mean, looks incredible. And then we get a future slot receiver here in Wade Sharp, 5'10", 195, with 93 speed, 91 excel, 81 medium route running. That's already really good. 78 catching is decent. Deep route running needs some work, but a very solid 4-star receiver who is in a couple of years going to take over the role that Jordan Chip is playing in this offense right now. Kane Denton, 5-star receiver, 6'6", tackle, 6'6", 305, a great pass protector. All the pass protection ratings in the high 80s. And then, I mean, the 83 strength is not great. It's not crazy good, but he can get better at it, I think. And he's got some abilities already. That's very nice to see. So Denton, gonna be a very good tackle one day. And then Paul Robert is a center right now. I do intend to keep him there because he's only 6'1", but I think with his skill profile, I think he could play guard, at least at the collegiate level. In the NFL, he might not be a great guard at 6'1", but here at college he could play. For now, I intend to keep him at center, and then we'll see how it goes with the development there. Terrence Avery, 5-star edge rusher, 6'6", 273, and this was a really tough battle against Michigan there. It was really close. I just didn't have any visits available for him. But we get him anyway. 91 strength, 84 power moves, 85 speed, 86 excel. This dude is a crazy athlete, and he has 84 power moves already, 80 hit power as well, man. Kid looks unbelievable. Terrence Avery gonna be crazy good. Jose Brooks, 6'3", 297. He's got 90 strength, 77 block shedding. We don't know anything about his pass rush ability, but right off the bat, he's a really good run stopper. Got a little bit of abilities going here, and that was a really nice win in recruiting there. And then we do get James Fiedler, 6'2", 182, a zone coverage corner out of Ocala, Florida, and that was another really tough battle against Georgia. Fiedler has really good athleticism, 98 speed, 94 excel with 85 zone coverage, 72 man is not there yet, but crazy good corner. And then we're going to play our third game today. We're going to have the Charlotte 49ers. It's an away game. We're going to play at the Jerry Richardson Stadium at Charlotte. But yeah, 49ers have developed really nicely in this series. They are I'd say a mid-tier ACC team. And we're going to see again Paul Stutz at quarterback. Stutz has 93 throw power with decent accuracies. He can run. He's a really solid runner of the ball. But the accuracies are very average. It's decent, but nothing spectacular. And he has a little bit of athleticism to run. The running back is Rico Crozier, 5'10", 233, a power back out of Miami, Florida. Crozier has very good power. He's got no catching ability at all. 59 catching is horrible. No elusiveness to speak of, but for some reason he can run routes. He can't catch the football though. And decent speed. And then the top receiver on the team is Marquez Ismail, 6'2", 179 out of Huntington, West Virginia. Marquez Ismail has very good route running and hands, good elusiveness. He's got some speed. So Ismail is the top receiver on this team, and you can see why. He's really solid at what he's doing. 93 speed is pretty good. Then as the number 2 receiver, they've got John Webb, 6'1", 213 out of Saluda, South Carolina. He's got the platinum 50-50 ability for some reason. John Webb is a solid route runner. Actually, not really a solid route runner, just great release, honestly. Very solid pass catching ability, and he's got some very good elusiveness. Speed, he's got some very good speed. 97 speed, really good. The offensive line, I mean, they do have a really solid line. This is something that I did not expect. I thought this was going to be a horrible line, but they honestly don't really have many weaknesses here. The center position might be one of them, but everybody else is like a starter in the 80s for overall, so that's very solid for this Charlotte offensive line. Now the defense, on the other hand, Kendall Brown, 6'4", 220, but he looks like he's 6'4", 340. For some reason, they did not do that well with his player model. 82 finesse moves, 79 power moves. He's got some power, can stop the run a little bit, and he's got some solid athleticism. Kendall Brown. And then they are going to miss their number 2 edge rusher. Nick Potts is out with a dislocated ankle. So they're going to miss one of their better players on the team. They're also going to be missing their top defensive tackle, Delvin Frey. He's going to be out with a broken hand. That's sad to see, but I guess good for us. They still have another good defensive tackle. I mean, look at how good this defensive line would be if they had all their starters, man. But this is still a very solid line, even though they have 2 injuries on the team. 82 power moves, 91 strength, 76 finesse moves, and even the run stopping is not horrible. 77 block shedding is pretty decent. Really solid starter in the middle of this defensive line. And then the top linebacker on this team, Alex Kopp, I am not scared at all. Kopp is from Monroe, North Carolina. Kopp has basically no coverage ability. He has great awareness, which pushes up his overall, but he's a pretty awful run stopper. He's pretty awful in coverage, and he's not even really that fast. So the only calling card this kid has is actually his blitzing upside. The top corner on the team is Rasheem Donahue, 96 man coverage, 83 press. Donahue has also some pretty good zone ability, 86 zone. This is a really good cornerback, man. 91 speed is not too fast, but pretty solid still. DeQuinder Williams is the number 2 corner, 6', 175 out of Charlotte, North Carolina, so a homegrown kid. 91 zone coverage, 87 catching. His man coverage is lacking behind, but zone is more important than man, in my opinion at least, and he's got some solid speed and acceleration. Farouk West is the top safety, and I need to show him off because this dude looks pretty scary. 5'11", 218 out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. West has very good coverage ability. He's got 90 catching. He's got 64 tackling. I mean, that's not great, I guess. but he's very good in coverage. 86 speed is not too fast, but yeah. So far we have played him 3 times. We won all 3 matchups. That's nice to see. And with that, we're going to be getting into the game now. It's an away game, like I said, at the Jerry Richardson Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. But we are still the heavy favorites in this game. UNC should be absolutely dominating the Charlotte team, and we'll see, but I don't think there's a single position group where Charlotte is stronger than North Carolina. I do not feel like there is anybody on Charlotte that could make a difference big enough for them to win the game, but I guess we'll see. 3rd and 10 from the 7, and they are going to go 3 and out to start the game, as that's not going to be a first down. And they have to punt it from their own goal line. And now let's see. This is, again, Clyde Upshaw back deep to receive the kick. And Upshaw is going to return it to the outside, to the left side, actually. And this is a very good return. And we're going to start off our first drive from the 35 of Charlotte. So almost in field goal range already, before we even took a snap on offense. 2nd and 4, handed off to Kyle Costanzo. And what a cutback lane there is. That is a great run. He runs over one defender, and just like that, we're already in goal-to-go range, and that's a touchdown. Jordan Ships in the end zone. And by the way, I forgot to mention that we do not have any injuries coming off that last game. We had a few injuries in that last game, but it was all minor stuff. Nobody got seriously injured, and Jordan Ship gonna start off the scoring today. It's 7-0 already on the first drive of the game, and now Charlotte back with their second drive. Paul Stutz in the backfield, and he's got 26 yards to John Webb, their number 2 receiver. 1st and 10, and Stutz is gonna step up and run, and this is gonna be a first down, and they can't even get the fumble. Man, still no forced fumbles here in this episode. 3rd and 3, and Stutz is gonna set up the, no, he does not set up the slip screen. It's gonna be a 4th down, and they're gonna take a 53-yard field goal try and make this a 7-3 game. It's good. Willingham with a very nice kick there. That I mean, you gotta give it to him. 1st and 10, and Shabazz is standing tall in the pocket for a pass. 4-man pressure. Wide open is his tight end, Deontay Slay. First down, UNC. 3rd and 5, and bunch to the right. Buck Stoner isolated left. And wide open over the middle, that's Jordan Ship for another first down. It's 9 yards on the play for the slot receiver. 3rd and 10 now. This one's going to be a tough double twin set. Malik's the back, and we get it away. Wide open is Marquise Brooks, and he's going to juke out the corner. That's going to be another first down for the UNC offense. Tar Heels moving the ball quickly again. Bunch to the right, Stoner isolated left. Brian Malik gets the ball, and that's another first down, 14 yards to end the first quarter of this game. 3rd and 3, and Nick Shabazz is going to have a pass, and wide open unblocked is Kendall Brown. They messed up the protection, and that is going to be a field goal for us because we could not recover from that sack. So we're going to take the field goal, take the points, and give the ball back to Charlotte, and they are going to go read option, and that did not work out for Paul Stutz at all. So they get 9 yards back on the next play, though. So that's a first down, almost a first down for Marquez Ismail. Make this a lot more easier. 3rd and 4, and wide open running lane down the sideline. 14 yards on the play for the slip screen there. 3rd and 9 for Paul Stutz, and you got to convert this one over the middle, and the hit is applied. It does not matter. Webb hangs on. It's a first down for the 49ers. 2nd and 10, Stutz over the middle again, and that's the tight end this time. 8 yards on the play. They have been playing pretty well. 3rd and 12. Stutz keeps the read option, and this is not going to end well. This is a 4th and 2, and they punt it away. No going for it on 4th down there for Charlotte. Shabazz, play action, got it away to Jordan Ship. It's a first down. 3rd and 4, motion for Ship. Buck Stoner isolated left, and Shabazz is going to throw it to him, and that one's broken up for Stoner over the middle. Oh man, I mean, you've got to hang on to that one. You're not a 90 overall receiver, dude. 2nd and 7, throw it over the middle, and that's an 8-yard gain for Charlotte as they are inside 2 minutes now, and they have a chance to tie up this game. at halftime. Very tough game so far, but the ball is underthrown. It's intercepted. Jaden Patterson gonna return it into positive territory. Patterson's got another one, his 3rd interception on the season. And man, Charlotte, that was a very unlucky play. Paul Stutz was standing in the pocket, waiting for his receiver to clear open. And as he decides to throw it, the pressure is coming in, and he's getting hit during the throwing motion, courtesy of Zach Moma, this interception. Jaden Patterson returns it for a few yards, and we have a good yardage already. 2nd and 5, a minute and 30 seconds on the clock, and get it away to Kyle Costanzo. That's another catch for him, 10 yards on the play. And in his senior season, Costanzo is actually developing into a major receiving force as Kendall Brown again unblocked off the edge twice this game already. So 4th down and 13. There's 15 seconds on the clock. It's not field goal range. We're just going to go for it here. And somebody's behind the defense. It's Buck Stoner, and he's got the touchdown. What are you talking about? UNC up by 2 scores now. What a play by this offense. That was a very gutsy play call, but there's 15 seconds on the clock. You're not quite in field goal range, but if you turn it over on downs, they have to go 30 yards in 10 seconds. So let's just take the shot to the end zone and see what happens. And it works out to perfection. UNC up by 2 scores at halftime in a very tough game so far. It's been really tough to move the ball, especially on the ground. We have only 24 rushing yards so far. And yeah, this is the defensive line we were talking about, man. Charlotte really has a good defensive line. And now they're going to force the fumble. Charlotte takes over. And this is gonna be tough for UNC, man. Now the defense really needs to show up, because this is the edge of field goal range already. And Charlotte now 3rd and 7 from the 37. And this should have been intercepted for real, though. Moses Riggins, you gotta intercept the screen there. If you run man coverage against this receiver screen, dude, it's gotta be an interception. They go for the field goal, and it's no good, so they don't get any points out of the turnover at all. Shabazz, on the other hand, takes another deep shot down the field. Buck Stoner again. It's another touchdown. 63 yards to the house. And UNC now up by 3 scores already. Oh my. Charlotte was so close to tying up this game at halftime. They had a shot to tie it up at halftime, and now they're down by 3 touchdowns. And they just got sacked as Steven Slate is in the backfield again. Big play for the slot corner yet again here on the nickel blitz. 2nd and 17, and Stutz is gonna set up the slip screen. Perfect blocking there on the outside, and they are gonna get the 1st down out of this. This is ridiculous. 18 yards on the play. I mean, you gotta hand it to him. That was a pretty good play call. And now they're gonna run up the gut here. Delayed give, 12 yards. 1st down for Beck. 3rd and 7. Stutz is gonna go down, and finally they end the drive. It's Harvey Kalmalat, who has had a very strong start to the season, but has quieted down a little bit these last couple of games. But now he shows up again, gets a sack in there, and the ball goes back to the UNC offense, and we've got some running room. What a move by Brian Malik into Charlotte territory already. 3rd and 3, Costanzo checks in, and he's going to run it against the grain here. What a cutback by Kyle Costanzo. Very nice piece of running there. 2nd and 5, trips to the right, hand it off to Costanzo. He's going to get it to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, falls ahead. What a run, 15 yards on the play for Costanzo. And now Malik checks in. We're going to throw it. Shabazz gets it away. It's Ship in the end zone. It's another touchdown, and I think by now this game is finally over. As Charlotte, they held really well in the 1st half. It was a really solid effort by Charlotte, but utter domination here in the 3rd quarter, and game should be over. We're gonna take it in for a couple more drives here, but another sack here. It's Connor Stockey in the backfield. He gets another one. He has had a pretty quiet start to the season, but he's been turning it on these last few games. And I'm just going to show you one more play as we put in the backups here. This is Rayshawn Fusha and Clyde Upshaw with a touchdown, 34 yards to the end zone. Fusha and Upshaw, man, they look pretty solid as the backup quarterback and receiver, man. The connection has been there. They have already, this is their 2nd touchdown this season. 1st and 10 for Paul Stutz, and I gotta show you this one because what a beautiful interception. And the backups are in. Remember, this is Tony Tanner, a freshman corner, with a pick 6 from the 50 out. What a play by Tony Tanner. He just had perfect coverage on the play. And I mean, this is exactly what you want to see out of your backups. Show something that we don't see with the starters. And I mean, beautiful stuff there. Look at the coverage, man. Perfect coverage. I do not know why they threw that ball at all. Tony Tanner picks it off, and then he shows off the speed here against this receiving unit. And then we have even one more play I want to show you, as Stutz is going to go to the end zone and get sacked. It's Barmore in the end zone for the safety, and Stutz actually injured on the play. But it's very nice to see the backups play well. And we have a junior backup here, Greg Barmore. He's been stuck behind Connor Stockey because he hasn't developing that quickly. So he doesn't play much, but whenever he's on the field, he gets in there for a couple sacks, and that's nice to see. The game's over. We win it by a wide margin. It was not even close at the end there. But yeah, Shabazz, 4 touchdowns on the day. Only the 1 forced fumble on him, but yeah, 2 interceptions on Paul Stutz. I mean, that Tony Tanner one, that was just absolutely beautiful. Shabazz, 4 touchdowns, 75% completion percentage, basically a perfect game. Brian Malik, a very good day on the ground for us. The run game was going pretty well in the second half. In the first half, it was a little bit of a struggle. We had 24 rushing yards at halftime, and at the end, we had more than 120. So really nice start here. And then Crozier, I mean, they ran it like 6 times in this game. What are you doing, man? 6 runs in one game, that's pretty ridiculous. And then, yeah, I mean, this receiving unit, they passed it 8 times to the running back. What on earth, man? 85 yards and a touchdown for the running back through the air. What? Okay. Buck Stoner, a buck 05 and 2 touchdowns. We get Jordan Shipp for 65. He got 11 catches this game. We passed the ball 11 times to Jordan Shipp. This was absolutely ridiculous. He got so many short yardage passes. 2 touchdowns out of the deal as well. I mean, Jordan Shipp showing off why he's a slot receiver. He gets all the targets, man, over the middle there. And then sacks for Barmore, Kalma. We get Jordan Velasquez for his first career sack in there. We get Steven Slate. And yeah, that's really nice to see everybody pitching in here on defense as well. Jaden Patterson gets his 3rd interception on the season. I mean, this is basically a perfect second half, honestly. And then, yeah, Farouk West, the safety. Jesus, got the forced fumble there. That was pretty disappointing. Actually, I just remembered something. I said earlier that Shabazz had the 1 fumble. No, it was actually Costanzo who fumbled the ball, I think, if I remember this correctly. But it doesn't matter. We get a running back and a linebacker committed that I didn't even have visiting. We just get him anyway. It's Steve Malden, 5'11", 188, an elusive back out of Orlando, Florida. Malden is very solid elusive back with 95 speed, 91 XL. He's a 5-star recruit. Already a really good back here. 84 juke move, 78 spin move. Gonna look forward to seeing him in a couple of years. John Flanagan, 5-star linebacker, 6'2", 237 out of Frankfort, Illinois. John Flanagan has 90 speed, 93 acceleration, a platinum house call ability already. Man, dude looks incredible. 76 zone coverage, 69 man. I mean, that's decent. 85 tackling, solid. And with that, we are one of only 2 teams left in the ACC that are unbeaten. Conference-wise, 4-0. We are overall the only unbeaten teams, but South Carolina still going strong there in the South. And they have been for a couple of years, but every time in the last matchup of the season, they play against Clemson and they lose it. So let's see how it goes this year for them. But I hope that South Carolina finally can step up to the challenge and play us in the ACC championship game instead of Clemson being there. That would be very nice to see. But yeah, next episode we're gonna go through 3 more ACC games. I do not expect this to be a crazy episode. The next one, I think it's just gonna be like Virginia and like Duke and like, I don't know, Appalachian State or something. So just 3 regular matchups, but gonna look forward to it. North Carolina looking very strong this season, with a 6-0 overall record, being ranked number 1 in the country, 4-0 in conference. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more UNC Dynasty. See you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day.